the Workforce Connections podcast, where we discuss workforce development in Southern Nevada. Here is your host.
Hi, and welcome to a very special episode of the WC podcast. Today, as you can see, I am wearing a traditional Vietnamese clothing. It is Cal and Ao Yai, and we have a very special guest with us, founder of Kim Photography LLC, small business owner here in the Las Vegas Valley. Please help me welcome small business owner Kim Dung Ho.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. I know that we've been waiting for you for a few weeks since we scheduled it. First thing I want to do is we here at Workforce Connections have gotten to know you because you did our headshots. We're going to show the people watching us on YouTube some of the work you did here with us at Workforce Connections. But you've also gotten to work with the mayors, Mayor Goodman from the city of Las Vegas, Mayor Goins Brown from North Las Vegas, Mayor Romero from Henderson, Mary Beth Sewell at the Chamber. You had a fantastic session there, taking their headshots, and that's how we got to know you. But before we talk about your business, I want to kind of start by you sharing with us where you were born, where you grew up, where you went to school, college, and how you got here to the United States.
Okay. So I was born in a small rural town in Vietnam. It's about 3 hours from Saigon because everybody knows Saigon. About some years after the Vietnam War ended, so that time the whole country is very poor because of the U.S. embargo. I still remember my great grandma she visited us. She always bring some rice in the straw hat to put to give us or keep us from hungry.
Yep.
Yeah. So in 1994, the U.S. embargo lifted, and the economy getting better. And my family sent me to the private boarding school in Saigon to study from 7th grade until 12th grade. After that, I get into the pharmacy school and finish the bachelor of pharmacy in 2003. I worked at Roche Pharmaceuticals for a little bit, and in 2004 I went to the U.S. to study MBA management.
Where did you do that? Where did you do the MBA?
Cal State San Bernardino.
Yep. And after you graduated from San Bernardino, what happened?
In 2007, I graduated from Cal State San Bernardino, started the family after that.
You traded a bit on eBay as well?
Yeah, I traded on eBay to live.
And then in 2015?
2015,
you moved here?
We moved to Las Vegas.
And started Kim Photography LLC?
2016, I started Kim Photography LLC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting journey, coming again from across the world. And by the way, thank you for bringing my Ao Yai, because that came also from Vietnam. I see it's beautiful. Commemorating this dragon here makes me think that in just a few weeks, the lunar year, the new Lunar New Year is coming, and we know that the next year is going to be the year of the dragon. So thank you also for bringing this beautiful lotus flower. I know your family bought it from Vietnam.
Yeah.
And so today is probably the most colorful episode that we've had so far, right? So I want to, you ended there and telling us the story about how you immigrated. You've obviously known, like many immigrants, the struggles of third world countries, poverty, hunger, but you have overcome that because not only did you earn a bachelor's in your country, but you came and earned a master's here. And I know in first blood how hard it is to learn a new language and go to school in a new language and earn a degree. So knowing all those things, still you're not working anymore with Roche Pharma. You're not working, in another corporation like that. You chose to start your own business. Why in photography? Why did you choose photography?
So it started with my daughter, Alana. She was born in 2011. And I started to take lots of photos of her. And I look around and I see other beautiful, more quality photo from other kids. And I wanted that for my daughter. So I start to learn photography and getting some kind of equipment and learning skills, and it's become my passion. And when we moved here, I went to the WPPI conference.
What does that stand for? Wedding?
That's the Wedding Portrait
and Photographies.
International.
Yep,
WPPI, Photographers International. They teach us to do the business of photography. So after that, I started Kim Photography in 2016. Yeah.
And is that when you joined the Vegas Chamber?
Yeah, when I registered the LLC, Vegas Chamber called me and I joined right away.
I know Mary Beth, who's probably going to be watching this, is one of your biggest supporters. Again, she supports her and her organization, her staff work very hard to support small, medium, large businesses here. And I know that when you have some stories, you've told me when you joined the chamber, it really helped you, if you will, with your networking at the very beginning. But then also you share with me that in 2020, of course, when the pandemic came, that journey that you had started, networking in the Vegas Chamber, really changed. Tell us about how the pandemic impacted your business.
So in March 2020, my business got disrupted because of the pandemic. And at the time, I was looking for the resources to help myself. And then Vegas Chamber has a lot of webinars for us, like the micro business and small business. And at that time, I get involved more with the Vietnamese community because a lot of us do the service in the service industry, and we suffer the same thing, like no business. And then I become the bridge of information. Like I listened to the webinar from Vegas Chamber. That time, Mary Beth did a lot of those. And I just translated and post in the Vietnamese community. And then when they have questions, they come to me. Yeah.
I know that you're also a part of Nevada Grow, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So at the same time, so I'm the member of Vegas Chamber and also Urban Chamber. And I know Nevada Grow through Urban Chamber. And I reached out to them that time. And Dr. Kevin helped me with other resources. Plus, he helped us to start our nonprofit serving the Vietnamese community in Las Vegas.
What's the name of that nonprofit?
Viet Nevada Culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Viet Nevada Culture. And again, I know that you've also told me during that time that you benefited from some of the services that Mary Beth and her team had at the chamber, like the U.S. Bank Goals Coaching. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So same time, no work there. So I use the U.S. Bank Goals Coaching service. And I tell story of the Vietnamese community and everything. And my coach Anna helped me to spread the story to the U.S. Bank Corporate. And they come and granted us some fund. And but like they collaborate with Colin Morikawa to help our nonprofit, the Vietnamese community, and we was able to celebrate some very nice events to celebrate people.
Mm-hmm. During some very bad times, right?
We just passed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were able to celebrate the Vietnamese community, have some nice events, and I think there was even a story on NBC.
Yeah, they put the story on NBC.
So again, like you, there's many small businesses in the nation, really, not just here in Las Vegas or Southern Nevada, but in the nation that had to survive through the pandemic, through different tactics. But then, of course, eventually the economy opened back up, slowly but surely. Tell us about how your business has been post-pandemic. Again, we got to meet you, earlier in 2023 after you did. I know that not many photographers can say this, that you did a photo session with the mayors and Mary Beth at the Vegas Chamber. And so how has business been since the pandemic is behind us now?
Yeah, so after the pandemic, now I think of that like because I make some very good connections from the pandemic. So when it's open, I got some very nice job right away. One of the first biggest job I got is photographing 100 headshots for leaders of the U.S. Bank, day events, and multiple other events from the U.S. Bank. And that led to my other big corporate work, like for Oracle and Lowe's, where we do like 2,000 headshots for some days.
Wow.
And then for Nevada Grow, because of the connection and they like my work, they make me the freelance.
Freelance photographer?
Contractor with the school. Like I do the business, branding business video, branding photos, headshot for the team, and then provide those services to the Nevada Growth clients as well.
Okay, what about the Blackstone Launchpad?
So because I do that nonprofit to give information to the Vietnamese community, so the Blackstone Launchpad asked me to do some workshop at the CSN to teach Vietnamese people about how to find the resources for local or small business. Plus, they like my photography skills or something, so I also provide, like, teach some workshop about business of photography.
That's very good. So again, as I'm envisioning it, my first language, as you know, is Spanish, and you are serving as a bridge. I heard you say there's a lot of resources available to our in our community, but not all of it is presented in the Vietnamese language, and so you've kind of become the bridge and served as a translator, so more from the Vietnamese community can actually access these resources that happen through the Vegas Chamber, Blackstone Launchpad, Nevada Grow, and all the different places. So one of the things that Mary Beth says that you have a very unique style of work, and we got to experience it here. I think the people here at Workforce Connections loved the session with you and how you work. Tell us about that. What is it that makes your unique style of work something that people want to be a part of?
So just from yesterday, I asked my daughter to describe me in 3 words, and she said passionate, because she said, I love to work more than anything. Like, I'm so happy at work. And I think that's right. Like, I'm very happy at work, and people can feel the same thing. Plus, when I talk to them with my broken English, usually it makes them break.
It makes them smile and laugh. Okay.
Like I make some joke, but in broken English, and it make people feel comfortable or something. So it's easier for me to talk to people and direct them. And then using my photography skills, I know how to pose people for the best angle, create the angle, and then capture that angle. And capture that the right moment of the natural smile happen. So people like to see the result. And after that, there's another layer of work. It's like a post production.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I can retouch and put like cosmetic retouching.
Yeah, eliminate maybe some imperfections in the skin.
Yeah, but I can do like cosmetic surgeon.
Very good. So I know when you're talking about what we experienced here, when you were here, you taught us all about the money smile, right?
Yeah.
Money smile is right here. See that money smile? And so you also taught us how to pose, like you said, to create the right angles. But as I'm here and learning from you, a high-end photography doesn't end with just a session. Then you have other techniques in software and post-production for editing and really making that end product, that high-end product, right? How does Mary Beth describe your style?
She say I work like the machine, very fast and effective, and I'm happy with it because I did it in the conference, trade show conference, like 1 minute per person.
Very good. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and you've mentioned some big clients, Oracle, Lowe's, U.S. Bank, hundreds of people, to do a headshot I can't even imagine, but I guess like you said, if you can do 1 or 2 minutes, then at least that's 30 people per hour. And so I think one day you did 800 people. Is that right?
No, it's not one day. It's like 700 for 3 days. But it's like in conference, they have conference time and then they have the break time. So they come, sometimes they come at the time block. But I work very fast. I was happy. I forget the time.
Yeah, fast and effective.
Yeah.
And like Alana says, passionate. That's why your work is good. So obviously you're already an accomplished photographer. You have clients here, again, Workforce Connections, the Vegas Chamber, the LVGEA, CSN, U.S. Bank, the mayors of the cities here in Southern Nevada have all worked with you. How do you, because I know you now, that you're always striving to deliver a better product. So how do you keep improving your photography skills?
I train myself every day. I go like if I don't know things, I'm going to take some classes, seminars. I go to conference, watching the good photographer, like my mentor photographer doing things. And I buy classes a lot online to learn.
And why is it that, again, a professional photographer like you has to deliver such a greater product than we could? Today's phones come with 3 lenses and all kinds of technology that can take really good pictures, as you said. But why is it that, what is that higher expectation that the customer has when they hire you?
I think that's so people can afford very expensive camera and lens. What they lack of is the experience and the skill set. And even photographers have a lot of different skill set per person, or they just different. But like I want to develop the signature style that I learned from a lot of my mentors, so I can combine them into my product. So when people see that, they want me, and then when they approach, it's easier.
Yeah. The other day I saw our good friend from the Vegas Chamber also, and a Workforce Connections board member, Hugh Anderson.
Yeah.
He sent me his headshot. That's the best
Really?
picture I think I've ever seen of him. So he's very happy with your work as well. He was smiling, had the money smile. So that was very good. What advice would you give somebody who's just starting in photography?
So when they start photography, usually the men,
Mm-hmm.
they want to spend on the equipment, a lot of big and equipment. But like for me, I think learning skills is as important as the equipment. So like you can buy some equipment, but like you need to know how to use it and learn the skill set to master it.
So don't necessarily go into a lot of depth to buy the best equipment available, but maybe buy the best you can afford. Yeah. And then learn to maximize its use and the features and keep growing like that. Now, those of us who know you, and you've started to, I think, share a little bit about how you give back in the Vietnamese community, but I know you're involved in other things too. Tell us a little bit more about what philanthropy means to you, and how do you find ways to give back to the community? Yeah.
So in the pandemic, I also learned the word philanthropy. Before that, I didn't know, and I learned that giving is the joy of giving. So I usually give the non-profits, local non-profit, the headshot vouchers so they can raise money.
Sure.
Do auction to raise money for them. I create some headshot for a cause event to raise money for the non-profit. Plus, I contribute to the scholarship at UNLV for the first generation college
students.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's very good, and I think there is a difference when I observe people giving. It's very noticeable when somebody feels the joy as they're giving, and I know you do, because we're going to talk a little bit about your personal interests now, and you also find a way. Well, I'll let you tell the story to your giving to go even beyond what you express, because I know you like to make things as well besides photography and give them away. So tell us a little bit about, we've heard about your business, Kim Photography LLC. We've heard about your community activism and your philanthropy, but tell us about your personal interests, the hobbies and activities that you enjoy perhaps when you're not working and not volunteering in the community.
So when I'm not working, I like a lot of activities for myself. I learn to sew stuff, crafting, and I create to give to people. Sometimes Alana order me to make the bag for her teachers, and she choose fabric and things. So she's very happy to give to my labor.
Yeah, to offer your labor.
Yeah. And I like to hike. Before the pandemic, I hike a lot more in Red Rock with a group of people. I like to walk in the park.
Yeah, walk in the park.
What else? I like to listen to podcasts. I learn lots of things from your podcast. So I watch a lot of your podcasts.
How many episodes have you watched?
I don't know. I think 50, 60.
50 or 60. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a big fan.
Yeah.
All right. We got to give you a fan club ID, I guess.
Yeah.
But I know also you like to travel because we've talked, about, we've also enjoyed meals, Vietnamese food. You've tried Peruvian food. But that's how I learned that you have actually you had been to Peru, you've been to other places. Tell us about some of the places you've been in the world and some of the interesting foods that you ate there.
So for Peru, when I climbed the Machu Picchu, and I eat the cuy food.
Yeah, and tell us what the cuy is.
That's the guinea pig.
Yes, it's a huge guinea pig, almost like a rabbit, yeah?
And in Thailand or Cambodia, I eat that insect.
Yes.
Fry
On a stick?
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like a skewer.
So those are the exotic food that I taste.
Yeah. Do you remember what kind of insects, like scorpions and water bugs and things like that?
Just insects.
All kinds of insects, worms and things. Yes, I remember eating that in Asia as well. Now, when it comes to music, we are wearing, again, Vietnamese clothing today. But I know you told me you like also Vietnamese music. Tell us about what music and who your favorite artist is.
For the music, I listen a lot. My favorite music is Vietnamese, like Southern Vietnamese folk music. And my favorite singer is Hoài Lam. I've been his fan for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you heard 50, 60 episodes of podcasts from him?
Well, from who?
From the singer.
Singer don't have podcasts.
Oh, okay.
He's very young, but his voice is very good. We have kind of fan club. And when he came to perform here, we went to watch him as the group.
Okay, so you belong to two fan clubs then, Workforce Connection and this singer. I know also you've told me you don't necessarily dance a lot. You have danced in the past. You showed me some pictures of you dancing in the past, but your mom is an accomplished dancer, right? Tell us about that.
My mom have a senior club, maybe 20-something senior women, and they practice together almost every morning, Tai Chi and other dance like Cha-Cha-Cha something. And they compete to the city level, and they won last time, the first place. So I'm very proud of my mom.
Yeah. And we're going to show some images of her here so she can see that as well. Will Alana be a dancer?
She danced. I put her in the dancing class, ballet, for a while, but now she just dance freely.
Okay, she likes it.
Yeah.
Does grandma teach her?
No, as teachers, he teach her.
Yeah. Okay, very good. And one last thing about your interest, I know again when you've told me your stories about travel, whether it's Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, Peru, you told me something that I agree with, that travel becomes better, right, when you travel with people who can have great conversation because they make great companions. Tell us about that. Why is that important?
because you spend lots of time with a person, or some people to travel go have lots of dead time, and if you cannot communicate with them, if you don't enjoy their companion, I don't feel so well.
Yeah, because you're right. It's not just the moment that you're watching whatever you went to see, the Machu Picchu, the ruins, the temples, but it's all the travel time to there. It's the airplane time, the hotel time, the breakfast time, the lunch time. So I think good companionship is important when you plan travel. That's really, really good advice. So tell us a little bit about, again, we talked about that there's a lunar New Year coming up. Here in this culture, 2024 has started already. Do you have professional and personal goals set for this year ahead of us? Because you've accomplished a lot already. What have you set forth as a goal for yourself in professional and personal?
Yeah, so thank you for asking that. And I set my goals more clearly this time. So in 2004, professional goal going to be create more headshot for the local leaders in Vegas Chamber Trustee and LVGA 50.
All right. That's Mary Beth and Tina.
Yeah. Like I have another group, like the construction owners. It's been a very good time to work with them. I want more of that. Plus, I do like to work in the fast pace in a trade show conference. Mm-hmm. So more headshot station in the trade show. That's this year, right?
Yeah, that's very good, very specific.
Yeah. And then for the long-term goals, I want to be really, really good so I can pick the projects. And for personal goals, I want to have the freedom to pursue my happiness.
Good. I know that it's one of the things that every small business owner, I think, dreams of is to be able to, yes, of course, make the profit to make the business successful. But you said something really important. You want to be able to pick what projects you work on, those who not only are profitable, but bring you fulfillment, perhaps are good for the community.
I'm just happy. I'm very happy when I work, but at the same time, the companion is very important. So the people I work with is very important because I do like some people.
Right. Yeah, we all have favorites, right? Yeah. That's why you listed Mary Beth and Tina right there first. So as I'm watching you now, I'm wearing an ao yai that you brought, and you have an ao yai. Tell me about that one. Did that one also come from Vietnam? Did you make it here?
This one from Vietnam. So in 2022, I went back there, and this is the tailor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my mom bought the fabric, and we have the tailor did it.
Oh, the tailor did it. Okay. Yeah, because one thing I feel, I've never worn one before, but it's very comfortable. It's really stretchy. It kind of, feels very easy to wear.
For men, but women like they want it's very tight to the body.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we get away with more loose. Okay, very good. So Kim, as we approach the end of this podcast, I want to throw the mic back to you one more time so you can share any final thoughts or leave us with a call to action.
Okay, so as a piece of news, I just did the board of directors of Urban Chamber, and one of them named Arthur. He's a lawyer something. Yeah. But he posts his headshot on LinkedIn and say, I'm the magician.
Wow.
So that's very good for me. And then, so I believe in the show don't tell approach. And if people go to my website and like the look of the signature headshot there, contact me.
There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it straight from Kim. If you like the pictures on her website, contact her. I can vouch that her work is phenomenal. So, Kim, thank you again for taking time away from your business and your everyday life to come and share what it's like to be a small business here in our region. And I'm looking forward to the next event where you're going to do more beautiful pictures for us.
Thanks.
All right. Well, that's it for another episode of the WC Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you tune in for the next one. Until then, stay safe. Okay, well, thank you, Kim, for staying over to do our bonus segment called Against the Wall. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The first segment is called Your Favorites. I'm going to give you a few categories, and you're going to give me your favorite thing in that category. Let's start with food. What's your favorite food?
Vietnamese food.
What's your favorite TV show?
Recently, Hidden Love.
Oh, favorite book?
The Psychology of Money.
Wow. Favorite subject in school?
High school?
Yes.
High school physics.
Physics. How about your favorite subject in college?
Negotiation.
Oh. Your favorite holiday?
New Year.
Your favorite Peruvian dish?
Ceviche.
Oh, good one. Your favorite Vietnamese dish?
Phở.
All right. You've made it through the first segment. The second one is called Tough Choices. I'm going to give you two choices, and you're going to pick one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Would you rather vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Would you rather drive to your vacation spot or fly there?
Fly.
When you get there, would you rather stay in a hotel or an Airbnb?
Hotel.
Do you like to cook at home or eat at a restaurant?
Both.
Both. I like it. Would you rather owe money or owe a favor?
Oh, a favor.
Justice or grace?
Grace.
Actions or words?
Actions.
Very good. You finished the segment Tough Choices. The last one is called Finish the Sentence. I'm going to give you about 95% of the sentence. You're going to finish it for me. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. If Kim could live anywhere, it would be...
Right now, Las Vegas.
If the best part of living in Nevada is...
People.
Kim's favorite thing about her job is...
Make people happy because they look good.
Yes. If Kim could travel back in time, she would travel to...
2004.
Wow. Here in Vegas. You're already here.
And California. 2004, when I just come to the U.S.
Oh,
I want another chance.
Yeah, you just had come from Vietnam, 2004. Wow, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
20.
Now, big question. 3 words that describe Kim are...
Motivation, passionate.
Yeah, passionate. Mm-hmm.
And trustworthy.
So motivation, passionate, and trustworthy. I couldn't agree more. Kim, thank you for being here today. The last question is, doing the WC podcast today here with us was?
Unforgettable memory.
Wow. Well, thank you for staying over and doing the bonus segment.
Thank you.